Okay, we're ready to get started. Welcome to Radiant Resilience member class. This class is going to be a yoga stability ball hybrid class. So you will need a stability ball to fully participate in this. Of course, you can do a lot of what we're doing on the ball from a chair if you don't have a stability ball. And if you do have a stability ball and you're using it and you're just feeling a little bit iffy on your balance, you could have a chair or the back of a couch or a countertop, something in front of you if you need that to make sure that you're safe and stable and you're not going to fall. Okay, so take a moment to get yourself set up. Also, you'll want to be on a surface on your yoga mat or something where your ball isn't going to be sliding a lot. The other thing you need to check in with is the height of your ball. So the main thing is that you want to make sure that your knees are about parallel to the floor, so level with your hips, or slightly lower than your hips. So this could be, ball could be pumped up just a little bit to lift my hips up. You don't want your knees to be higher than your hips, and you don't want the knees to be a lot lower than your hips because then you won't be able to feel the ground very well and you won't be as stable. If the knees are way higher, then did you see what happened to my back? If your knees are higher, this is what tends to happen. Your back starts to round. So you want knees level with hips or just a tiny bit lower so that you can sit up really tall and straight. Okay, as with anything that we're doing, make sure that you're staying safe. Give yourself permission to skip or modify anything that doesn't feel right for you today. Okay, let's just start by talking about the benefits of stability balls. So as you can see, there's movement when you're on a ball. And I don't know about you, but when I'm sitting on one of these, I just can't be still. My body wants to move. So it's good for your posture because you're using all of those core muscles to keep you stable and in a plumb line. The movement of the ball is really great for your lymphatic system, especially if you're just doing some gentle bouncing. Um, it's also good for pain. There have been a lot of studies that show that just being sedentary is pain inducing. So if you're been sitting on a couch for a while and your back starts to hurt, chances are you've just been still for too long. So I often will sit on a stability ball if I'm going to be watching TV for a little while. This is also promotes better balance because we're doing all of these little micro adjustments to keep ourselves upright. It works our vestibular system, the system that helps keep our head level with our balance. So as you're moving in different positions, that system is having to work as well. So there are so many benefits of a stability ball, and you can also get a great workout with it too. So we're just going to get started. Just start by rolling forward and back on the ball. Your hips are going forward and back. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Just working into a little bit into the spine, a little bit into the legs. And then we're going to go into a little more of a cat-cow. The other thing I wanted to mention was you can have your feet really wide, or to make it more challenging on your balance and your core, feet narrower makes it's just a progression to make it more challenging. So you go to a distance, a foot width that's going to be working for you today. So right now we're going to go into our cat cows. So hands on your thighs, on your inhale, pull your chest forward. You might even roll forward on the ball a little bit. On the exhale, roll back and round. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Couple more here. Inhale, exhale. One more in each direction. And then come back, stack your spine up nice and straight. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Now we're going to start to go into some circles. So you're going to be moving your legs to go into big hip circles all the way around. And you may notice that some spots feel not quite as smooth as you're working through your circles. See if you can smooth them out. And now go the other direction. Good. And then come back to neutral for you. Let's inhale, stretch your left arm up as high as it'll go. And as you exhale, you're going to pull it towards the hip. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, pull it down. And up. And pull. 2 more of those on this side, and then we'll switch. Last one. And neutral before we go to the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull down. And up. And down. And just notice, is this side feeling the same, or is it feeling different than your first side? This side doesn't feel quite as fluid for me. It feels a little tighter. Come up and pull down, and then come back to neutral. Let's take a big sigh. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale to the heart. And we'll do that again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart, shoulders down. Gently press palms together. Inhale, and as you exhale, keep your lower body very still and come into a little twist, just using your core strength. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Come back, center. We'll do 2 more each side. Over. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And center. And twist. Back to center. Hands to the thighs. Take another breath in. And let it go. Good. And then from here, we're just going to bounce up and down on the heels. Let your heels pound into the floor. It's good for our bones, and it's just getting the circulation going in the lower body. And then we'll start to march. It's a little harder, right? Might feel a little bounce. That's okay. Bouncing's good. Gets the lymphatics going. And try to use, oops, I just got out of sync. Opposite arm as leg. Let's slow it down. Bounce bigger, maybe. Kind of fun. Makes it easier to coordinate your arms and your legs. Okay. And then settle back in. Let's bring the, now we're gonna kick. So we're gonna kick, 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 kick. Couple more. You're just getting the legs warmed up. Okay, and then down, bring your arms down by your sides, roll your shoulders up, back and around. Inhale, shrug shoulders up. Exhale, drop shoulders down, and then move your shoulders separate. Like your back stroking with your shoulders. Good, one more inhale, shrug. Exhale, drop, chin down to your chest, take a sigh. And then roll your head, ear to the shoulder, forward, other side. Keep going. All right, as your head goes to the right this next time, stop and do some little head nods. Soften your jaw. And then stop and sigh. And then go forward and to your other shoulder, head nods when you get there. And stop and sigh. And then bring your head forward again, chin to your chest. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your head upright. All right, from here, we're going to come up to a standing position and come to a wall. So our legs are a little more warmed up now. So you want to come to a wall. And hopefully you can see me. Yep, it looks like you can see me okay. So we're gonna have the ball fairly low, about to where your hips are, and you want to lean into it. So your feet are a little further out and the ball is actually supporting you. And then we're gonna lower down. So I need to even step out further because when I come down to this wall sit, I don't want my knees to go beyond my ankles towards my toes. I want them a little bit out. So we're just gonna lift and lower in and out of our wall sit position. Palms are forward, shoulders down and back, and then check, is your neck going in that forward head, chin leading position? If so, slide it back. Do that head glide to slide it back. Inhale as you push up, exhale as you lower down. And you don't have to lower as much as I'm lowering. You just go as low as feels right for you. Okay, let's take one more. And as we lower down, we're gonna stay there, work our arms and shoulders a little bit. So we're gonna inhale up, exhale, pull down into a double W, squeeze your shoulder blades. And then inhale, come out to a T. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, pull to your W. Inhale, reach out to a T. And up, and pull, and out. Up, pull, out. Two more. Up, are your legs screaming? Pull, mine are. Out, one more time. Up, pull, out. And then hold there and just back. 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's straighten back up. Walk your feet in, grab your ball, and bring it back. All right, we're gonna sit down on it again. That really got my legs warm. I don't know how that is for you. And now we're gonna work into our warrior two. So we're just gonna open out our right leg and then lengthen out the left leg. Knee is over the ankle, pointing towards the center line of your foot. Instead of dropping in like this, you're gonna keep it out, kind of working towards the wall behind you, pressing outer edges of the feet down to lift your arches up. Reach your arms up. Drop your shoulders by turning palms up, shoulders down, and then bring the arms back out. Take a breath in and out. Now let's engage our legs a little bit. It's easy to just kind of release into the ball, but we're just going to push down and release, and push down with the feet and release. So I'm just pushing up off the ball just a little bit. Release, really working that bent leg. Good. Now we're gonna push down. Try to hold that. Bring your back hand or your left hand to your hip. Reach your right arm up. And breathe right here. And then come into side angle pose. Right hand or elbow to the thigh. Other arm sweeps up and over. Roll your top shoulder open. It's kind of nice on the ball. Gives you a little support here so you can work it really extending from your left fingers to your left heel. All right, now we're going to flow between the two of these. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you go over. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, over. One more time, reach up and over. While we're here, we're going to take our top arm and do some big arm circles. Now, if this doesn't work for your shoulder, you can bend your arm more, or you can do hand to shoulder and circle elbow. Okay, now let's reverse our arm circles. Really opening up our chest and our shoulders. One more. Good. And then sweep yourself back up. Release the arms. Let's go wide here with both knees. Lean forward, do a little side to side twist. And then come back up. The left knee is already open, so now we just lengthen out the right leg. So take a moment, get yourself set up so you're feeling comfortable and stable there. Knee is over the ankle. outer edge of the back foot's down. Arms are gonna stretch out. Turn the palms up, shoulders drop down, palms down. Breathe right here. And now we're gonna do that little push into the floor with our feet to lift up and lower down. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then come into that lift. Hold that. Backhand to the hip, other arm stretches up. Breathe. And then come over. Stretch out, left heel all the way up to the fingertips, rolling the shoulder open. Breathe right here. Good. Now we're going to flow with this. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, over. Inhale, back. And over. One more time, back. And over. Holding here, circle your top arm all the way around. Remember, you can bend your elbow more. You can also do hand on shoulder and circle elbow instead of the whole arm. Now reverse your arm circles. Beautiful. One more, bringing you back up to warrior two. Release the arms, turn both knees out again. Now you're going to push your hips back, chest comes forward. We'll hold here for just a moment and then dip one shoulder. This time we'll hold this a little bit longer. And then switch. Come center and up. We're going to keep the right foot kind of wide. Bring your left foot in just a little bit, and we're going to go in and out with that knee. Just to work into our hips a bit more. Okay, and then the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now from here, we're going to work our way into a bridge supported by the ball. So you're sitting on the ball. I'm going to scooch back just a little bit. Sitting on the ball, and then you're going to walk your feet forward to bring the ball underneath your chest. All right, we're going to bring the hands to the back of the head just so that we're supporting our neck here. And then from here, you can make this more challenging by bringing the ball closer to your head, less challenging, more towards your mid-back. So find that spot. Push your feet into the floor, and you can go as wide as you need to with your feet. You'll notice you really are having to do those little micro adjustments so that you're not falling, right? And now we're just going to lower the hips and then press them up. Lower. As you press up, lengthen out your tailbone, scoop the navel in and up. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 4. When we're doing reps, I'm going to go for about 10 reps. 5. So we have 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right there. Now we're going to challenge our balance even more by transferring your weight to your left foot, light on the ball of your right foot as you lift your right heel up. Make sure you're breathing. Drop the right heel. Switch, lift your left heel. Is there one side that feels more stable? And we'll switch again, just so you can compare. Also gives your mind and body to coordinate. So we're creating and switch again, new neuromuscular pathways, and also with repetition, giving us that muscle memory. Switch again. And again. We'll go 2 more on each foot. Right heel lifts, left heel. Last time right, last time left. Good. Heels down. Now slide, if you're way up by your head like me, go a little lower, more into your mid back. Keep lifting your tailbone, scooping the navel in and up, and then we're gonna do some little crunches. Lift and lower. Now make sure you're not squeezing or pulling your head. Your hands are supporting the head and using your thumbs to keep the back of the neck long. But what you're really focusing on is shortening the distance between the bottom of your ribs to your hip bones. So the focus is shortening right there, squeezing that together to bring you into this crunch. 2, 3, 4. How are you doing? 5, 6. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now release your head very slowly. Walk your feet back. You can use your hands at the ball to bring yourself back up onto the ball. Wide feet, hands to the thighs. We're going to come forward. Arms are supporting the weight of your torso, and just let your head hang. Shake your head out. Shake it no. And nod yes. Good. And then from there, just ease your hands down to the floor, walk them forward to bring you into your table position. All right, once you're in table, we're gonna come into some, whoa, losing the ball. We're gonna come into some cat-cows, round and arch. Round, arch. One more time, round and arch. Good. Back to a neutral spine. Let's go into puppy pose, walking hands forward, hips are up, heart melts, forehead on the mat. Lift outside edges of shoulder blades up to the sky, and maybe work to the fingertips so the palms are off the floor. Breathe. Sigh it out. And then ease your hips back into your child's pose. Arms can go wherever feels best for them. You might find that you want to do a little rocking. And then come center and sigh again. Stretch the arms forward, come back up to table, and then we're going to get the ball. And we're going to come into a puppy pose using the ball. Now, we just did puppy pose on the floor, so if you find the ball does not work for you, you'll skip this and go back to the floor. If you are coming into it on the ball, you're going to bring the hands onto the ball and just kind of roll it forward and let your heart melt. Now, if arms don't feel good like this, because sometimes when we go into puppy pose, we go wide with the hands, and the ball might not allow your hands to be as wide as you want. So if that's the case, maybe try going to the elbows and letting the heart melt that way. You can let your forehead be on the mat or on the ball, or you can let your chin be more on the ball. And if neither one of those work, you're going to come back down to the floor. Let's take one more breath in and out. Good. And then come on up. Now we're going to move the ball towards our feet as we work our way down to the floor. Okay. So once you're on the floor, we're going to bring the feet up onto, or the legs up onto the ball, and then bring your right leg up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to point and flex. Actually, let's bring the leg long that's on the ball so that we can bend and straighten. So let's keep the foot flexed as you bend and straighten. And then after that leg goes long this next time, now we'll go into our point and flex. Rotate your ankle and rotate the other direction. Good. Now come into that flex position and spread your toes out. And then we're going to come into happy baby on this side. So you're going to bring the knee open, hold on anywhere you can hold behind the knee, calf, ankle, foot. wherever feels right. And just notice how you're having to push the other leg into the ball for some stability. Okay, and then we'll lengthen that leg out and we'll do the other leg. So you're gonna bring it up, flex the foot, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Keep going. All right, as you lengthen the leg up this next time, point and flex, point, flex. Spread out your toes, really roll through the foot. Okay, and then rotate the ankle. Rotate the other direction. Good, and flex the foot, spread toes out. All right, from there, we're gonna come, oops, I almost forgot our happy baby. So you're gonna open that knee out, and you might notice that you wanna kind of roll. So if that's the case, push the ball leg into the ball to help stabilize you. So it's not a passive stretch, there's some engagement happening with that long leg. Good. Now, as you release, we're going to bring both knees into our chest and rock side to side. My ball wants to just roll all over the place, so I'm going to have to come back and get it in a second. And then make circles with your knees going in the same direction. Ooh. Thought it was going to tip over my water. And then go the other direction. And then back to center, open knees apart, circle them around, bring them back together. Great. Okay, and then we're going to come into our figure four, set the left foot down, cross your right ankle over, press your right thigh open, releasing that press. You can keep the left foot down on the floor. You could bring it onto your ball or just bring the knee into your chest. Let's try to make sure this doesn't roll towards my glass of water. And then you're going to rock side to side, whether you're using the ball, the floor, or not. Finding that position that feels best for you, stop there and breathe. Okay, releasing, right foot to the floor, left ankle to the right thigh, flex the foot, push your thigh open up by your hip crease. And then you can keep the right foot on the floor. You could bring it up onto the ball or bring the knee in and rock side to side. And then find the spot where you want to stay. Breathe right there. Okay, release that side. And now we're going to get the ball again. And we're going to bring it between the feet and bring the legs up. So you got to squeeze the ball to keep it in place. Low back is going to press down, arms reach up. And now we're going to transfer ball into the hands. Feet go a little low as the arms reach up, but you're only going to go as far as you can go while keeping the low back imprinted into the floor. If it lifts, you went too far. And then come back, transfer the ball. Same thing with the ball at the legs. And come in and switch. Yeah, switch and reach. That was 2. And now this is 3. So pace yourself, low back down, 4. Inhale, exhale. That was 5. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and out. 6, 4 more. In, out, in, out. In, whoo, I'm feeling this. Out, in, and out. 2 more in each direction. Up and over, and down. Last one up. Last one down. Good, and bring the ball in. Set it to the side. Let's give the knees a hug and do a little rock side to side. Okay, now we're going to continue with a little bit more core work. So you're going to bring the ball underneath your legs with a knee bent position. Now it might help to have a little exposed skin because it will grip the ball, but see, my knees are fairly wide, and you're going to squeeze the ball with your legs so you can lift it up. So that's the movement. We're gonna, low back stays down, and you're gonna tap the ball and bring it up, and tap it down, bring it up, down, exhale. Inhale, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Now hold it there. Bring your hands to the back of your head. Again, shorten the distance between your bottom ribs and your hip bones. Head is supported by the hands. Back of the neck is long. And then we're going to keep the ball lifted, and we're going to tap elbow and knee. Exhale as you tap. Halfway. 3, and 2, last one. Good. Center, drop the head, let your ball come back down. Just let your legs rest on the ball. Rock your head slowly, side to side. And then come center and take a great big sigh. All right. This next one I find to be particularly challenging, but we're going to bring the legs long. So the ball is kind of underneath the lower calf ankle area. And you might have to adjust the legs so they stay on the ball, narrower, however you need it. Arms down by your sides, turn your palms down or up, shoulders pressed down. And now pull the navel in and up, feel the glutes engage, feel your hamstrings engage, and lift your way up. All right, good deal. Take a few breaths and just get yourself oriented. This is some hard work here. And now we're going to bring the ball in and out. Now, let's drop the hips down just to make some adjustments if you need to. Easiest is to keep back on the floor and roll in and out. And even as you're rolling in and out, if you're pushing down towards the floor with your legs as you slide the ball, you will be working your legs. Okay? Next hardest option is to have the ball closer to the knees underneath your calves. And then you can lift. It's a little easier to roll in and out, or the final option is to have them as low as possible. All right, we've got 10 to go. Exhale. Inhale. Feel your hamstrings. We've got 5 left. 5, 4, 3. Ooh, these are hard. 2, and 1. Good. Oh, let's drop the hips. Bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And then flex your feet, bend and straighten the legs again, just to stretch those hamstrings out some. Woo! And then bring the legs up and do like your cross country skiing on the ceiling with your legs. Knees to the chest. Set the feet down. Bring your arms out to a T. Easy side to side twist. Inhale as you come center. Exhale as you twist. All right, and then knees to the chest, rock side to side again. And now we're going to roll to the side, bring ourselves up, and we're going to work our way back into our table position to do some things where we're lying face down on the ball. So first one is you're going to bring your belly over the ball. And here again, you don't want the ball to be so tall that you can't reach the floor with your knees and your hands, okay? If you're having a little trouble there, if you have blocks, you could bring your hands onto blocks just to give you a little longer arm. But we're going to come into where you're tucking your toes under. Now you can go long with your legs or have them a little bit bent. You could even keep knees on the floor if you need to, but we're going to work into our sunburn. So I'm going to do knees off the floor, toes are tucked under, and then stretch right leg long, left arm long, and come down. So your head is lifted. Make sure it's not hanging. Back of the neck is pushing up. Okay, breathe in as you exhale. Opposite arm and leg. Inhale to table. Exhale, other side. Table. Exhale. That was 2 each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How are we doing? Good. 9. Okay, now the 10th one, we're going to come into the first side and just hold it there. Breathe. Whew, I can't look at you and keep my balance. And come back down. Other side. Breathe. Good. And come back down. Relax your knees. And then you can let your head drape over and just take a great big breath in. Exhale it out. All right, we're going to come into some yoga or cobra push-ups. So we're going to bring the ball down to just below the ribs, kind of more into the belly and hip. Your toes, your legs are long, toes are tucked under, feet are wide for your stability. And then bring your hands on the ball underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows together. Back of the neck stays long. Breathe in. As you exhale, press up to a little cobra. Tailbone is long, navel is scooped in and up, and your glutes are working. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now you don't have to push up as far if that doesn't feel good on your back. 6, 7, tailbone long, glutes are working. 8, 9, final one, we'll press up. Just pause there, breathe. Good, and come back down. Hands back to the floor. Let's go wide with our hands. And we're gonna bend the left knee. Toes are still gonna tuck under, and we're gonna bring the right leg long. Toes are pointed. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. lift, lower, lift, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up. Flex your foot, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Back of the neck is still pushing up. My head was kind of dropping. So if you notice that, bring it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the knee bent, point the toes up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. Other side. Lift, lower. Lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really good for our glutes and hamstrings. 8, 9, 10. Keep it up. Bend the knee, flex the foot, and straighten. Bend, straighten. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee stays bent, point the toe, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Bend your knees. Just drape. Let's actually bring our hands underneath our forehead. Big sigh. Okay, we've got, let me think here. Let's just see. Okay, we have 2 more things on our belly here. Okay, so I'm gonna come back just a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna come forward. Now we're gonna do some push-ups. So the farther down your ball is on your body, the more challenging this is. So I'm gonna go to about my hips, and then we're gonna lower down and push up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Good. And come up, relax. Now, last thing on the belly, on the ball. So we're going to come back to this position, but we're going to go even further down. So you're kind of below your hips, top of your thighs. Actually, I'm going to scoot back even more on the mat. Okay. Come forward. So the ball is kind of at the thigh. All right, this is going to require upper body as well as core. So now you're going to pull the knees towards your chest and lengthen back out. So the further the ball is towards your feet, the more challenging this is. 2, 3, strong core. 4, 5. I'm going to try to go a little lower on my legs. We got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo, last one. Come into it. Hold there. Squeeze. And lengthen out. Good. Walk your hands back. Woo. And come off the ball. take a sigh. Okay, we're gonna do just a little bit of stretching, and then I'm gonna give you a shavasana, because a much deserved shavasana. So once you come off your ball, let's come back to some cat-cows. And then you might want to return to a puppy on the floor, or maybe lift up into a down dog now. If you come into down dog, pedal the feet. And then drop the heels down and take a sigh. Good. Back to table. Walk your hands to the right. Hips shift back into the left. So you might go back into child's pose where the hips come down, or you might be more in a puppy position. It's really about the side stretch. And then breathe into your left side that you're feeling the stretch in. And come up, and then walk your hands to the other side. Hips go back and away from the hands. Head drops. Breathe into the side you're feeling your stretch in. Come back up, walk center. Knees can stay close together, or you might go wide with the knees, big toes together, and drop into your child's pose. Wider knee gives space for your torso to drop down, but that's only good if it works for your hips and knees. Big sigh. All right, let's come up, and then we're going to flip around to work our way back down to the floor. Hands behind your knees. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round, and heart lifts. Round back, bring yourself all the way down, knees to your chest, rock side to side. Alrighty. And then bring your feet down, coming into your side to side twist. You can experiment with how close together or far apart your knees are. But after doing several on each side, come into one side, stop, and sigh. And up through center and over to your other side, and sigh again. Stretch, come center, stretch your legs long. Inhale, stretch out through the whole body. Exhale, relax. Inhale, stretch out through your right side. Let it go. And then stretch left. Let it go. One more full body stretch. And release. Breathe in. On your exhale, one knee into your chest. Now you can keep the other leg on the floor long, or you can slide that foot to the floor. Either way, take a sigh. And then set your one foot down, bring the other knee up. So the bottom foot can be long or knee bent. Take a sigh. Both knees come in. Now you're going to cross your right side all the way over your left thigh. Knees come in. So the knees are tight, pulling them together. And then you might slide hands down towards your feet and give them a little pull towards your chest. While you're doing this, one thing you could also experiment with is we start with the knees close to the chest, but maybe see what happens if you move the knees further away from your chest. And how does that feel? For me, that feels kind of nice. Okay, and then we release, and we'll do the other side. Crossing thigh all the way over, bringing the knees in, maybe sliding hands further down and pulling the feet towards your shoulders. And after a breath or two there, you might see what happens if you move your knees away from your chest. Okay, release, knees to the chest, rock side to side. And then we're coming into Shavasana. So one thing you could try is to move into Shavasana with your legs on the ball. which is really nice. So let your low back and belly really relax here. And turn your palms up, shoulders relaxing towards the floor. Back of the neck is long. Now, if you don't like your legs on the ball, come off of the ball. Go into a position that's going to feel best for you. When you are settled into whatever position you've chosen, give yourself 2 or 3 more sighs. And then just let everything relax. Let everything melt, releasing any spots that you might still be holding some tension in. Your jaw, lips, and tongue are soft. Forehead, brow, and eyelids. Neck, shoulders, let it all relax. Just allow your body to relax after doing something new. Breathe into your belly. Relax it out. Breathe in, belly, low ribs. Let it go. Breathe in, belly, ribs, upper chest, and let it go. And then start to bring some movement into your body. If your legs are on the ball, eventually bring your knees into your chest. If you need to do a little rocking first, do that. And then make your way onto your side. When you have come to your side, give yourself another sigh there. And then gently, slowly bring yourself up to seated. All right, wonderful. So I hope that you enjoyed this stability ball class. Something new, something different. I really appreciate you being willing to try some new, different things. And I hopefully it gave you some ideas of things to do. Let's close our practice out. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands coming together. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we'll close with an Om. Exhale. Inhale. Om. And then bow your head. Thank yourself for this practice, as well as just being adventurous, trying something new and different. And I really appreciate your sense of adventure. Namaste.